A divided Supreme Court now considering an abortion access case from Idaho that will reverberate from coast to coast. At issue, does a federal law mandating emergency care for those in need mean hospitals must provide abortion access if a woman's health is at risk? Well, the justices heard both sides of the case today, only giving small hints of which side they stand. These arguments come a day after President Biden campaigned in Florida yesterday, just a week before the state's 6-week abortion ban takes effect.
For 50 years, the court ruled that there was a fundamental constitutional right to privacy. But 2 years ago, that was taken away. Let's be real clear. There's one person responsible for this nightmare, and he's acknowledged it and he brags about it, Donald Trump.
Joining us now, our senior Washington correspondent, Devin Dwyer, who's outside the Supreme Court, has been following this since early this morning. So, Devin, the justices appeared not to break along ideological lines today. So what happened during arguments?
A really fractured Supreme Court today, Kira, over this very difficult issue of abortion. The first time they're taking it up since overturning Roe versus Wade. The question on the table is, in 14 states where abortion is banned virtually entirely, with the only exception being for the life of the pregnant woman, must they also expand that to allow abortion access when the health of the pregnant woman is at risk? That was the topic on the table today. The court's liberal justices vigorously argued that federal law requires all states that receive Medicare funds at their hospitals allow access to abortion in emergency situations when women's health is at risk. Say situations where a woman might experience sepsis or could lose her reproductive organs if she didn't receive an abortion. The state of Idaho and a number of other states today, Kira, pushed back on that and said that states must be able to set their own medical regulations about what types of treatments and drugs are allowed inside those states. And in the state of Idaho, they say that abortion should be severely limited because that's what the state wants. And they contended, Kira, that women can still get emergency care. In fact, in some cases, they're airlifted out of the state. So this was a very passionate debate. No clear consensus by the court, but certainly 3 justices are the ones to watch. Amy Coney Barrett, Brett Kavanaugh, and Chief Justice John Roberts, Kira, were the ones who expressed sympathy for both sides and are really grappling with how to thread this needle, give states the ability to set policy, but also protect women in very vulnerable situations.
Well, if the justices do side with Idaho's ban, what precedent do you think this will set for other state laws?
Well, it'll mean in situations that so many women face when it comes to a crisis in their pregnancy that states could, in fact, limit the ability to provide an abortion. And we've seen the number of stories already, headlines from around the country, places where women have been turned away. They've been told to go home until they are near death before they can get an abortion, or told to leave a state to get an abortion when it's medically required in a pregnancy they wish to keep. And so those types of situations could potentially become more prolific, but the states are pushing back on those doomsday scenarios, Kira. They insist that women can still get emergency care. It's just not abortion on demand as it is, they say, in some other states. So a lot on the line for women, but also for states that are trying to set their own policies, Kira.
All right, Devin Dwyer at the Supreme Court for us. Devin, thank you.